So right now I'm actually at the biggest mosque of Bahrain, but it looks like it's actually closed for prayer time right now. And otherwise I'll be running late for Formula 1. But tomorrow I will do a tour inside. I've also been here last year. It was really beautiful, so I'm looking forward to seeing it again. Apparently prayer time starts at 11:35, and I think I exactly showed up close to noon. So we just missed the last tour. Or I just missed the last tour before I would be running late to the track, since the next one is at 12:40. And it would be best to start driving to the tracks at 1 p.m. because of traffic. So tomorrow I'm going to check this place out. It's really beautiful. It's also out in the open, so quite hot like everything else in Bahrain, I would say. Yeah, tomorrow I will film the inside.
And here I am just visiting a desert viewpoint that I really like, which is in the middle of the desert in Bahrain.
My shoes are definitely not made for climbing, so I gotta be rather careful while I'm on here. Especially since it's so hot that I'm climbing with the camera. But I really like this country, and it has a lot of hidden gemstones. And after all, last year when I first came here, it was my first country in the Middle East that I ever visited, and it was the first time I saw a true desert. So this place does hold quite a special place in my heart, and I really enjoy being here. Also, funny story, I was supposed to go down there last year, but I got so disorientated and lost that I actually had gone down there. So I even had lost my way here, and this is where I once lost my way in the deserts. And I got myself another Pokeball. It looks like it's spilled again, which is kind of annoying, but it's a pretty good thing to eat, especially since it's so hot that vehicles will keep your food warm in Bahrain, so that's a plus. So I'm back at the racetracks, and today it will be practice 3 and also the qualifier to see who will be on pole position tomorrow. So yeah, it should be very exciting. got ourselves a nice sunset, and I'm just making sure I grab my jacket for when it gets cold and the grandstand gets dark. I made it to grab my jacket over here. And after what I believe to be practice 3, I just went to an Iranian restaurant after, back in the capital of Bahrain, where I had some soup, hummus, and this very funky saffron seeds drink that's really funny when you throw the seeds around, and just a simple lentil curry. And I got myself some rice with some garnishing, and then there's this, looks like a type of lentil stew with fried potato on top. It looks pretty good. It's a good price as well. And then it was finally time to head back to the Grand Mosque the following day, where I couldn't go the day previous because I'd shown up too late. And here I was just trying on my abaya and finding a hijab, because you need to wear an abaya and hijab in this mosque. Other mosques don't always require it, but to visit the Grand Mosque of Bahrain you need to. And also very awkwardly bumping into somebody behind me while recording this, and then ready to check out the mosque. Oh, sorry. Usually this mosque does various tours for free. I was part of the English language group. And also it's really hard to wear a hijab when you're a foreigner because you're simply not used to it, so the hijab just kept sliding off. But it's a very beautiful mosque. And also this year I wasn't able to see a prayer like last year, but I did hear this man, which sounded like a prayer to me, but I'm not entirely sure. And after the mosque, I basically ended up going to a shopping mall where I could have a really nice sandwich at one of the only places that completely does vegan food in Bahrain. It was really nice, and then it was finally time to go to the tracks to finally see the final race. The reason why I came to Bahrain to begin with. on again, but that's kind of predictable. I'm not much of a fan of it, even though I'm half Dutch, but it's alright. I'm answered it pretty well too. I like that a lot, that he ended up on P3 and overtaking a lot of people. That was pretty cool.
So after that, it was finally time to head back, and also some of these people have really fancy cars here. I really like it, and it was time to have dinner again at one of the only vegan restaurants, and that was it for this vlog. Thanks everybody for watching.